They banned me from Miniso because I turned every single plushie into a smiling corpse. I walked in, grabbed the permanent markers from the stationery aisle, and gave every last one of those cute little animals a permanent bleeding grin. Then I started whispering to the kids. They're happier now. They finally get the joke. I got banned from Ross because I turned the whole store into an active crime scene for stolen joy. I walked in with a roll of yellow caution tape and a stack of blank incident reports I printed at home. Then I started wrapping entire clearance racks and filling out forms claiming every $7.99 blouse was evidence in an unsolved emotional homicide. When people reached for something, I stepped in front of them and said, "That's still an active case. Step back." I was banned from Petco for turning the entire store into a coliseum. I watched as the employees had to fight the animals. By the time the animals finished having their fun, the employees' minds were destroyed, leaving them as nothing more than broken toys. Animals 1, employees 0. I got banned from Trader Joe's for turning the store into a high-stakes emotional black market. I walked in with a Bluetooth speaker and a clipboard labeled Joy Futures, then started live auctioning the last bags of everything while narrating the buyer's desperation like a Wall Street floor trader having a spiritual awakening. Do I hear 3 emotional dependencies for the remaining cauliflower ganache? Going once, going twice. Sold to the woman who just whispered, "I need this more than my marriage." When people tried to shop, I blocked the freezer doors and forced them to bid with personal secrets instead of money. Corporate said I was conducting psychological warfare against the quiet comfort of knowing the unexpected. I got banned from Forever 21 for converting the entire store into a live funeral for personal style. I walked in with a black veil, a bouquet of plastic roses, and a portable speaker playing a single violin note on loop. Then began delivering eulogies over every rack. We gather here today to mourn the crop top that will be forgotten by next Thursday. May it rest in the landfill of temporary identity. I got banned from Walmart for declaring the entire store a sovereign micronation called the Republic of Aisle 12. I walked in with a flag sewn from plastic shopping bags, a homemade passport stamp, and a megaphone, then started naturalizing customers at self-checkout while forcing them to renounce their old lives and swear allegiance to the new Constitution. I got banned from Macy's for converting every perfume counter into a forced confessional booth. I walked in wearing a black robe and carrying a stack of scent of your actual self forms, then started spraying strangers and demanding they confess their deepest regrets while the fragrance was still wet on their skin. This isn't Chanel number 5. This is the smell of the person you perform at family gatherings. When people tried to escape, I blocked the escalators and made them walk through the overlapping clouds of conflicting colognes as a penance. I got banned from Sephora for turning the store into a beauty tribunal that judged souls instead of skin. I walked in with a gavel carved from a foundation brush and a black hood, then began putting customers on trial in front of the mirrors. The charge is attempting to conceal existential dread with highlighter. How do you plead? I forced people to apply product while narrating their childhood wounds, and then graded their inner radiance on a scale from 1 to "you still look exhausted." I got banned from Home Depot for converting the lumber aisle into a philosophical dojo for abandoned projects. I walked in wearing a robe made of stolen orange aprons and carrying a measuring tape like a sacred staff, then forced customers to kneel in front of the 2x4s while I asked them one by one why they kept buying wood for shelves they will never build. This board has more unfinished purpose than your last 4 New Year's resolutions combined. When people tried to leave with power tools, I blocked the exits and made them confess every half finished dream they left to rot in the garage. I got banned from Nike for founding a pure motivation cult that outlawed actual movement. I walked in with a whistle and a stack of just think about it certificates, then locked the fitting rooms and forced people to sit in perfect silence while I delivered sermons on the spiritual superiority of owning the gear over ever using it. Every time someone reached for running shoes, I stopped them mid grab and whispered, "You don't need to run. You need to believe with your whole chest that you could run if the mood ever struck."